morning, everyone, and welcome to the last Family Nature Club of our 2020 summer reading program, Imagine Your Story. I'm Miss Mary, Storytime Programmer at the Faulkner County Library here in Conway, Arkansas, and I'm so glad that you're here with me this morning. I don't know exactly what is going to happen from here. I do know that our youth services here at the Conway Library are going to take a couple of weeks to refocus, refresh, and try to figure out where our programming goes from here. So keep an eye out on our social media pages for any updates and new programming. Okay, so I had plans to go film outside this morning, but can you tell? It's raining, and it's been raining for a couple of hours now. You might have some different feelings about the rain. If you are growing things, you might be thinking, I'm so glad it's raining. That means I won't have to go outside and water today in the heat. If you had plans to go out today and now you have to stay inside, you might be thinking, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Rain, rain, go away, my friends and I want to go outside and play. And so, if you do have to go outside today, maybe you'll be riding in a car, and maybe the windshield wipers will be going, and maybe you can sing, windshield wipers, what do you do all day? I swish, swish, I swish, swish, I wipe the rain away. Yeah, and you can practice moving your arms back and forth like the windshield wipers. Well, I was going to read a really amazing story outside today about the magic of jars. Yeah, did you not know that empty jars are kind of magical? They can hold some amazing things, but you have to take them outside and you have to fill them with the amazing things that you find outside. And if you're lucky, you'll get to share this magic with other people. So without further ado, here is one of my favorite new books in the library titled In a Jar. In a Jar by Deborah Marcero. Published by Putnam. Llewellyn was a collector. He collected things in jars. When he held a jar and peered inside, Llewellyn remembered all the wonderful things he had seen and done. He collected small, ordinary things like buttercups and feathers and heart-shaped stones. One night, the sunset painted the sky the color of tart cherry syrup. Llewellyn ventured down to the shore with as many jars as he could carry. A little girl named Evelyn was there too. Look, he brought a wagon to carry all of his jars. And look, it does look like tart cherry syrup. Llewellyn scooped that cherry light into his jars. And when he was done, he gave one to Evelyn. Evelyn took the jar home, and to her surprise, it glowed through the night with the memory of that sunset. From then on, Llewellyn and Evelyn collected things together. They collected things hard to hold, like rainbows, the sound of the ocean, and the wind just before the snow falls. They collected things you might not think would even fit in a jar, but somehow they did. They collected the wonders of winter. Snowball throwing, hot chocolate and marshmallows, winter birds, the moon, foxes, owls, fires, lights, playing in the snow together. Oh, the newness of spring. Baby foxes, thunderstorms, ooh, pollywogs, daffodils, ducklings, oh, snails. Ooh, and the long days and shadows of summer, just where we are now. Look, if you played and made long shadows, hopefully you've seen the lightning bugs or fireflies out at night. Over time, their jars filled the walls of Llewellyn's house. But one day, Evelyn had sad news. Her family was moving to a new town. You can see the for sale sign. Oh, and some tears and a hug. Too soon, it was time to say goodbye. With Evelyn gone, Llewellyn's heart felt like an empty jar. One night, Llewellyn lay awake. Falling stars glittered against the dark sky. He wondered if Evelyn could see them too. That gave him an idea. Llewellyn tiptoed out into the moonless night and collected the meteor shower in a jar. The next day, he prepared a package. From Llewellyn to Evelyn. Boop. When the box arrived and Evelyn opened the jar, the stars in the night sky fell around her. Evelyn knew just what to do. She collected the sounds, the crowds, and the bright night lights of her new home and sent them all to Llewellyn. And so, when the golden leaves of autumn began to fall once again, Llewellyn set out to collect a jarful for Evelyn. A little boy named Max was there too. Luckily, Llewellyn had brought an extra jar. And that's the end of In a Jar. Now you know why empty jars are so incredible. Maybe when it stops raining, you can talk to your grown-up and you can go outside and save treasured memories of the outside world in a jar. Thank you so much for joining me for Family Nature Club today. I still have one more program, part 3 of our Bee-Man series that I'm still editing. So that may be what we use to kick off our programming in the fall, winter of 2020. Who knows? We know Family Nature Club has been really different this summer due to the coronavirus, but I want to say a big thank you to everyone who joined us on this virtual journey, and I hope you get some time to go outside and stomp in some puddles, dig in some dirt, and be amazed by the world around us. Goodbye.